Everybody's so pressed about 6ix9ine getting caught lacking. Don't be so pressed. This the type of stuff that the gang culture creates. The gang culture is trash, and that's facts. What's up? Going down. You already know the deal, man. Y'all tuned in to Grape Street TV. And today we gonna react to 6ix9ine and the gang culture. Far as the things that's tied to the situation, how everybody's so pressed about 6ix9ine getting caught lacking. Everybody knew it was coming. But nobody would think that he'll walk away from it and somebody will run away wanting bragging rights. Gets no brownie points for that. And that's facts. So if you ain't hit that like and that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for a notification. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in. Now that I got y'all attention, we finna break this reaction down to the very last compound, though. I mean, we ain't gonna get into the clips. We've been watching it over, the internet for the past few days, so we're not gonna get into the clips of him walking out, leaking, walking off, and still talking because the beating that was put on him wasn't as harsh as it should have been. Due to the facts of the gang politics, far as he got himself involved in the gang culture. And I don't understand, like I always say, all these dudes get all this money and they decide to jump in the gang culture to pull themselves and get a name. And they're not built like that. Like, they goldfishes and they place themselves in a shark tank. You will not survive there. And that's facts. So everybody feeling sorry about the situation, it's thumbs down because he created the situation. He involved himself in the gang culture and then he brought up all type of things like what gave him a reason to snitch. There's no reason to snitch. There's no way in the world you should snitch. It's called revenge. Get back, payback. Move on, forget about it. Move on to something better. Stuff like that. That's what a real man would really do in that situation. So he say that was knocking his baby mama down and, stealing from me, doing all type of like ruthless stuff. And he still decided to stick with them and run with those cats. So here comes the indictment. He's caught up and he decides to snitch. 6ix9ine decides to snitch and tell on everybody. So he placed himself in a situation he already know what was gonna happen. And then you have the guy that catches him. He catches him. The guy looks like he's 2-3 times bigger than him and puts down a weak beating. We call that a weak beating because if you get beat down and you call yourself getting jumped, you're not gonna walk away from it. You're gonna leave on that stretcher. And that's facts. So as you see when the guy was beating him up and he was on the floor, like he grabbed him and like, yeah, take a picture. I want to be famous. So at the end of the day, he was doing it for the clout as well. He wasn't doing it for the proper cause of the street code or the gang culture or whatever you want to call it. He was doing it because he wanted to be the one being seen doing something to this dude. And if he was gonna do it, you could have did it right. He still walked away. He still jumped on the internet right after. So it's like, it's no biggie. You gave him more views, more clout. Y'all giving it to the rack. And that's fact. That's why I always say this type of stuff should stay off the internet. If you feel some type of way about a certain person and he did something wrong and you plan on acting on it later, the wrong thing to do is to get on the internet. You know what I mean? And people want to get on here and play tough and be like, I'm the one that did that. So you let social media trick you off the streets when you get caught up in the street politics like this. And 6ix9ine, he already knows what he has coming. So any real man will sit back and let the streets and gang culture, because it's trash, take control of the situation because they involved him in the gang culture as well. They pulled him in. They knew he wasn't built like that. They chose to use him in a certain way, and they didn't apply the pressure like they were supposed to apply the pressure. If they just wanted the cash and they wanted to get on, they could have, easily, lightly extorted him doing something like that instead of fishing him in, making him feel like he's part of the gang and involving him in situations and telling him a lot of things that's going on. What you think was gonna happen when he got caught? He was gonna rat, and he ratted on everybody, just like we be trying to tell y'all, about the new generation of gangbangers as they enter the system. They break. They not built to last in those certain type of situations. They can't take the pressure. They ain't never been locked down. Gotta fight and get put in a hole. You don't get no phone calls, ain't getting no mail. People falling off on you. Those type of people scratch their head and go crazy when they behind them walls. So at the end of the day, this situation wasn't nothing tricky about it. We already know what was gonna happen. Y'all already know Snitch 9 had it coming. Y'all already know they was gonna catch him lacking, and that's facts. So all I'm gonna tell y'all is stay out of the gang culture. Go get you a bag. The gang culture is trash. They accept anybody, and they all video whores that be on the internet doing, the things that they shouldn't be doing, and that's facts. Like you got a lot of OGs on here glorifying the gang culture. Now to reflect on the gang culture, just keeping it all the way G, because a lot of people don't speak on it or put it in this category, like far as that they point their finger at people, but you got to point your finger at that culture that accepted him, that trained him, that made him who he is today. Because without him taking that route and that side door and hanging with those dudes, he might not have had as much as exposure that he did get, by representing the gang culture and they rocking with him. And now all of a sudden he turned his back and told, and they act like they didn't know that he would tell if something happened. So the culture is broke down into what it always does. It sucks people in, chew you up, and spit you out of the system when you old, ain't got no youth in you, or they keep you for the rest of your life. And a lot of you cats let the system trick you out your freedom, because the system is designed to let y'all fall like that. It's designed to let y'all get on the internet, show y'all guns, pop all that high power stuff, post all these gang interviews, involve yourself in situations that you probably wasn't even in, just telling a bunk story. So with all that being said, this reaction has officially came to an end. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in.
This is an OG call. I'm keeping it. OG.